Hi everyone, it's me. I'd like to talk about something that's actually serious. But before I do, oh my god. The whole reason I'm gonna do this is I've been trying to do Q&As for a while, and I don't know what kind of stuff you guys would ask me, so before anyone does, I'll just bring it up now in a series of videos. So, I'd like to talk about mental illnesses in this series of videos I'm going to make. This is the first one. And just so I'm not going to tell you all of my mental illness, I'll only go into a few that affect me on a daily scale. And that being, I have depression, suicidal thoughts and tendencies. I have somewhat of anger issues, I have somewhat paranoia, panic and anxiety kind of things. And those are things, oh my god, why am I so tired? Those are things that affect me on a daily scale. So, in this video I'm going to just talk about, well, each of these videos I'll just talk about where each of those kind of stemmed from, when they stemmed and rooted and everything, and became part of me. So, in this one I'm going to talk about my depression. So, this is the little backstory for it. When I was 5, I was diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic. Now, diabetics, especially children, are highly susceptible to being depressed. Just because of that concept of, like, you feel alone, you probably won't have, you feel like there's no one like me, and I'm different. That being the case, like, I know many other diabetics who are around my age, and they say they've suffered from more of a situational depression. But me, it's not situational depression. This affects me on daily life. But when I was diagnosed, I had been the only diabetic child in my town for almost 20 years. There were adults who were diabetics, but that was it. That was the extent. So that hit me harder because I actually was alone. When I got back from the hospital after being diagnosed, the people who I thought were my friends, they all rushed around me and they were like, "Oh, are you okay? What happened? Why were you not here?" And it's like me, I've always kind of felt like I did this myself, because I said to them, "Oh, I was in the hospital. I have this disease," and pretty much when I said disease, they all kind of like backed away and were freaked out. So, with that, I've somewhat always blamed myself for that, because I thought if I just didn't say disease, they probably would still be around. Over time, as I've gotten older, because it's like, I shouldn't blame myself for that. I was being honest with them, and they didn't know how to react. So they all left me, and I was alone for about 2 years till I was 7. Now, before I go into that, I had a somewhat friend, because my nurse actually went out of the way she left to go get retrained so she could take care of me. So, in her absence, a woman who I believe worked at the hospital in my town, came and took over. And she kind of made her daughter, who was a year older than me, be my friend. Honestly, she may have been my first friend, but she may have not, because I don't know now, because she stopped talking to me when she was in 3rd grade and I was in 2nd, so she went to the higher up elementary school, because it went kindergarten through 2nd and then 3rd through 5th. So, but it wasn't until 2nd grade when I met my actual first friend, who is still one of my best friends today. Out of all my friends who I say are my best friends, he's always been there for me. But it sucks because he moved away, and I don't talk to him much anymore. I thought he left and didn't want to talk to me anymore. But that's not true. It's just he's not online a lot. But so this is the backstory for this. But because of that, with diabetes, that's how it started. I was legitimately alone. But until 2nd grade, it's like I was bullied at such a young age by kids around my age and even younger and slightly older. And this is how me and Ethan actually met. We had seen each other before. We had talked a bit, but that's about it. We weren't really friends. We were acquainted with each other. And with that being said, oh my god. With that being said, well, for the sake of the story, I'll call him E, because that's what his first name starts with. It was on the playground, and I was on the swing set because I love to swing. I still like to swing today. So, I was swinging along, and I guess, for some reason, these boys came up. It wasn't even boys, it was a boy, and his friends were just like, kind of like encouraging him. But as I was swinging, when I swung back, as I started to move back to the front, he grabbed the chain of my swing, so I flew out of the swing. And it's like I flew onto wood chips. I had little splinters on different parts of me. I was bleeding a little bit, and I was crying, obviously, because I was in pain. And Ethan was there, and he was like a couple swings away from me. Like, it was in sections of 2 swings. I was on one of the last swings, so he was like in the next section. And he saw, and he just like immediately stopped, and he's like, why'd you do that? And it's like, they were like, oh, she's different, and he's like, that's not, and it's like, why would you do that to her? And it's like, they kept saying the same thing pretty much, and he's like, you're not answering me? What did she do to you to make you physically hurt her? Because it didn't seem like she did anything to you, and it's like, she's just different. And it's like, and after a while they got tired of arguing with Ethan. So, after they walked away, he came over to me and was like, are you okay? He was asking. It's like, we had a friendship then, and when I believe it was 8th grade, he wasn't in school anymore, and I wondered why. It was because he ended up moving to another state. And up until like a couple months ago, he wasn't messaging me. He was my friend online, but he wouldn't talk to me, and I kept sending messages, and like pretty much saying, it's like, if you hate me or something, that's fine, it's just I wish you'd talk to me. And it's like, we were best friends, what happened? And he's like, he finally sent me a message, like, he's like, I don't hate you, I don't hate you. And I'm like, then why haven't you been talking? And he's like, I'm not online that much. I'm like, but I've sent you messages when you're online. And he's like, I'm sorry. So it's like, we haven't really talked since, but I now kind of know he doesn't like hate me or anything. So, oh god, my depression still affects me to this day, because different things, it's like, even though there are other diabetics, I still get bullied very frequently for other things. Like, I am different. When you think of like cliques and stuff for high school and just in general, I fall under more of a clique of like the social rejects, the outcasts, the freaks, which is weird because cliques have meshed together. Like, people who are popular end up meshing into maybe like artists or like this or this, and it's just like, I know one of my other friends, who's one of my best friends, she is a cheerleader and she's a social outcast. So it's like, what are you gonna do? But I'm bullied a lot still. I'm bullied for my appearance. I'm bullied for my weight. I'm bullied. I'm just bullied for stupid things, really. I'm bullied for things that I enjoy. I'm an I'm an otaku, and people judge me for that. And it's like, I deal with on a daily basis being called a dyke, a whore, a slut, and it's like, and it's coming from people who you'd honestly typically associate with people who are those. And it's like, I'm not denying the whole dyke thing, because what are you gonna do about that? It's like, what does my sexuality have to do with you? Is my sexuality threatening you? I don't think so. So I deal with that. I deal with being called fat, ugly, trash, all these things. So it's like, it hurts. And it's like, that kind of plays into my suicidal thoughts and tendencies, because I have times when I'll be really depressed, and I'll start having those really bad kind of thoughts, and it's like, well, what if, who would actually care if I'm alive or dead? No one would care. It's like, I think that no one would care, even though I know I have people who are there for me. So it's just bad. I know recently I've been going through things, and I've been really depressed lately, so, but knowing, it's like, I've still had really bad thoughts, but my friends have been there, and they're like, we're here for you. Whose legs do we have to break? Who do we have to kill so you're not sad anymore? And it's like, I love you guys. But it's like, they can't really monitor me 24/7. So it's not like they can talk to me every second of the day. And I forgot to mention, one of the other things I've dealt with is self-harm, cutting, burning. And so it's like, that kind of ties into it all, so it's just kind of shit, honestly. What are you gonna do about it? And it's taking me so hard not to cry on camera right now, honestly, talking about this, because this is some things that just hurt me so bad. So, and the purpose of this video isn't to be like, to draw attention to me or anything. It's legitimately, I'm hoping I can shed light on something, that if maybe someone is going through the same things as me, like, you're feeling this way, you're having these thoughts. I wouldn't want to say this is a diary, because I'm sharing it with so many people, because I'm putting it out here. And I'm hoping if any of my subscribers or future subscribers are watching this and they feel like they're going through things like this, that they'll be comfortable enough to maybe talk to their friends if they haven't already, or even talk to me. You can comment. I'm not going to spread hate to anyone. So, I'll be a support for you. I'll comment to your comments. We're a part of a family here. And it's just, I don't want to hurt you guys in any way. So I'm hoping that these help. Because I know my friends, they're like my family, and yes, sometimes, like any friends, we fight and it can hurt, but in the end we're still a family and we love each other. I couldn't ask for anyone better, so I'm hoping you feel that way with me. Even though maybe we've never met in person, you could be like 300 miles away or 3,000 miles away. You're still gonna be my family. And like I said, even though we've never met and you could be so far away, you can consider me your family, 'cause I will be here for you. If you ever feel like there's nowhere else to turn to, you're having thoughts that you shouldn't be, because your life, you're worth it. You are worth it. Don't think anything different. So please, if you're having any of the mental problems I am, if you're just having even a bad day, where you're just like, life sucks, because it does suck. The world is a horrible place. But if you have people you can turn to, it makes life better. Because I know I have just the best friends who are my family. We've got each other's backs. If something happens, we have each other. We can talk to each other. Some friends are more, you can feel more open with, and some you're not as open with. Either way, if you need anyone to talk to, I am here for you all. It's killing me so much, I feel like crying. But I'm trying to stay strong. So, before I start bawling my eyes out, I'll end the video here. So, like I said, this is going to be a series where I'm talking about my mental struggles, my mental illness. And I'm hoping that, like I said, that if you suffer from any of these, me just sharing my story can help you share yours with someone. So, with that, I'm just gonna say, subscribe. You don't have to. This is kind of, I'm not trying to get attention or more subscribers, but like in all my videos, I'm just gonna say, like, comment, subscribe. But please, the big thing I'm saying here is comment if you need someone to talk to, because I will be there. And if there's any hate in the comments, I will go through each and every comment, hopefully. If there's any hate towards anything of this matter, because this is a serious topic, then I will make sure it's not in the comments. I will flag them. If any of you see any hate comments, you flag them. Because it's just not right to judge people for these. Because I've been judged, I know, in relationships I've been in. The person finds out that, oh, this girl has depression, she must be crazy, or any of this, and they've broken up with me for that bullshit reason. So, I'm not gonna judge anyone. You can, if you don't even suffer from any of the things I am, but something different, it could be something worse, it could be something not as worse, it could be something mild. But I will be here for any of you. So please, don't hesitate if you need someone to talk to. I am here. You can even, I have my Twitter linked to this YouTube channel of mine. If you don't want to put it in the comments, you can, like, I think it's like a private message thing. You can do that for me if you need to talk to someone. I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a therapist, I see a therapist, but I can listen. If you need to talk to someone, I will be there for you. With that, before the video gets too long, I'll end it here. I love you guys. Please, please don't hurt yourselves in any way. Please. I know I'm not the best advocate for that, because I've tried so many times. Because I felt so bad and just that I shouldn't be alive sometimes, but please, don't feel that way. Because if you need to talk to someone and you don't know who to turn to, you can just talk to me. I'm your family. I love you guys. Bye.